All right, guys, welcome. You got Milisav here. I'm with Darius, the CEO of Jaw Spinners.
Yep.
So, Darius, how did you come across Jaw Spinners? What made you want to start it?
Well, I've been getting a lot of inspiration from the 1 minute scraps and a few of the other events going on in New Zealand, and I looked at it and I thought it'd be a great opportunity for Canberra to be put on the map because there's not enough going on down here. We've got a few events like SummerNats and that, but I thought I need to bring something out for all the fighters around here. Give everyone a chance to put their name out there and put Canberra out there. And yeah.
How did you? So that last event that you had, we were just talking about it before, but how many people did you say come through the door?
Oh, around 350 to 400 people.
And what do you think the capacity of the gym was?
Oh, probably not that much, maybe like 100.
Man, I saw videos from there and that looked absolutely nuts.
It was packed. 12, 14 security, something like that. But yeah, it was mad.
And how many matches was scheduled that night?
There was supposed to be 30. And I'm not even kidding, there was 15.
Wow.
15 matches. That many people pulled out last minute on the same day. So many people we called up to the ring, no one even came up to the ring. I'll be like, you could have told me last minute, but no disrespect to anyone, it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man, because it's one of those things where I feel like it's a bit intimidating in a way as well. The people probably didn't realise there was going to be that many people as well.
Yeah,
100%. But to be honest, man, I think it's probably one of the best things that has come into Canberra, man. It's going to be an awesome event, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be something big.
100%. There's big things coming. The next event on the 10th of January.
Yep.
We've got some mad names coming down. Hoodwich coming down. I can't talk too much on the promotion itself, but there's a lot more prize money than last time. Last time I gave out like $125 to everyone. I'm surprised people even fought for free, but this time, I'm not going to name a number, but let's say it's in the five zeros, so it shouldn't be too bad. We've got some big names, so Spanian possibility, trying to get him down here. Hoodwich will definitely be coming down, running the event with me. So we've got a partnership with the Hood Contender, 1 minute scraps, the doctor from 1 minute scraps. He's coming down to support and give us a little sponsor. We've got Bad Apples coming down. A few other collaborations, partnerships along the way, but shouldn't be too bad.
Man, this is going to be something that's going to blow up.
100%.
So even I'm sure that we were talking about it before, and I think you didn't probably expect how big and how how big the scale of how big this actually was going to get.
Yeah,
man, this is. I was unfortunate I wasn't able to make it, but the videos that I saw, man, it looked like it was nuts. What an event!
It was packed. I was thinking there was gonna be I was so worried for it. The whole time leading up to it, you can ask any of my friends. I was sitting there, I was like, damn, I'm thinking 10 people are going to be standing in a little circle with two of my mates punching on. I was thinking it was going to be the biggest flop. And
you might as well go to Civic and watch that.
100%. And I get embarrassed too quickly. So if that happened, I would have left the country straight up. Because I was hyping that up too much. So, I'm glad it turned out better than I thought. And, a lot of people thought it outshined itself. So, the next one is going to be 10,000 times bigger. It's already been live streamed on Kick. On the day, it'll be live streamed on Kick, so there's estimate 30 to 40,000 viewers on the live stream alone, and all the boys coming down, they're getting millions of views. So only up from here, big things coming. But yeah,
man,
I'd love to have you guys on it next as well.
Oh man, we can't wait, man. It's gonna be an awesome event, and speaking about all the scrapping and stuff, how did you get into this sport? We were talking about it before. It's were you doing it before, from an early age, or did you start a bit later, or?
Well, basically, I've been in combat sports since I was out of the womb. I got a black belt in Taekwondo when I was a kid, but that obviously doesn't do anything for anyone that knows. The black belt in Taekwondo did nothing for me. Because basically from there, I tried a little bit of kickboxing, a little bit of boxing, all of that. Never really had a mindset for it. Those boys that go in there, they just want to punch on, they don't care.
Yeah.
I was a little sook when I was younger.
Yeah.
And that obviously led me. I used to get pretty badly bullied and stuff as well during my whole high school life. I was always a target. People saw me back then. I was a little Greek Indian kid, gelled hair, and I don't know. I was just getting bullied every day. So I think it really put me into boxing because I was sick of getting thrown around a rag doll every day, and I was like, I need to step up, be able to stand up for myself. Not gonna lie, I probably didn't do anything for a good 2-3 years because even when I was competing, I still thought this guy could still beat me. But obviously it took time, lots of years of boxing, lots of competing, flying around Australia to fight, did golden gloves and stuff, got the silver and that. So, obviously this isn't me being cocky, I'm just telling you guys about my journey. But, it pushed me to change my mentality a lot. And I think anyone that's looking to get into combat sports is definitely by far the best, like the most motivational. No hate on other sports, but it really changes you as a person. You grow so much, and from all the bullying and stuff, I stood up for myself. I changed my ways around. It put me into a bit of trouble, obviously too. Getting into stupid issues and thinking I'm a tough guy, but obviously I've changed my ways now.
That's what I was about to say, man. It's one of those things that's very humbling. So, coming from my experience, man, being I came from bodybuilding, and as soon as I came in, I don't want to say you get a big ego, but I think a lot of men think that they can scrap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
yeah.
when you come into a boxing gym or a combat sports gym, you realize how fresh you are. You don't know. It's you're the bottom of the barrel.
100%. I think even to this day, I get humbled every time I spar. Like, I'll always be like, oh, I did good last time. Sure, I go in there and then, knock someone out. You're not supposed to knock him out of time, but you got to go in there with that hunger to cause some sort of damage. But I'll go in there with the best. Thinking I'm up here, and then I'll get swept in like 5 seconds of Muay Thai. Or in boxing, I'll be eating the ropes the whole time, and I'm like, right, okay, I've got to keep training. And now I like to think I'm pretty humble. I know there are heaps of people out there that'll put me on the ground in a second, but it's good to have that confidence. You got to step in there knowing you got that potential to do something. Otherwise, you're not going to make it anywhere in the sport. But
that's right, and it gives you a lot of confidence. When you start doing a combat sport, not in the confidence in the fact that you can fight, but I guess more that how much you can push yourself too.
100%.
And it's like it corresponds through other things in life.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I'm sure it's what I was trying to get to is that I think what's happened is that you got to a point where you started jaw spinners, and that might have been from the dedication you had from your previous sports,
Yeah, I mean, I get a bit off topic, but that's pretty much what pushed me into it. Is I have a love for fighting, and I love the combat sport, but I think my mentality, and it's not the worst thing out there, but I don't think I know how much you have to push yourself, and only people that really go into the fighting scene know how much you got to push yourself. It's harder than it looks. People see movies, they're skipping a rope and punching a bag. It's like, nah, you dedicate everything. And
That's me watching Rocky, and I'm like, I'm ready, bro.
And I think going in there, I'm not very driven for I mean, physically I'll push myself more than a lot of people, but I think the people in there, it was a big eye opener for me. I was like, I competed a lot, but I just knew the levels to it were like some people would die for the sport. I was in the ring, and it was my eye opener was when I was in there. I fought in Sydney. I got stopped first round. I stopped the fight myself because I was getting hurt, and I was like, that really showed me. I was like, yeah, right. I don't think it might not be for me. It's a sport that I love, and that's why I think I started this, because I wanted to give other boys that really do have that drive an opportunity to go in there and show everyone and show themselves what they can actually do. And I think I love being able to give everyone else the opportunity that I had, but I didn't really utilize what I had, and I don't have the mindset for it, but others really will go in there and die for it. So
I love that, man. And so coming back to jaw spinners too, so I was actually curious, but what's the criteria for the event? So obviously there's going to be the weight classes as well, but is it it's only boxing, right?
So it's 2 1-minute rounds. As of right now, it will change a little bit along the future, but at the moment for the last event, it was 2 1-minute rounds, and the competitors, they had an opportunity to either use boxing gloves or 10-ounce MMA gloves. There was going to be 6-ounce, I think, but we decided it was probably too light, and I don't think it would pass with the whole Combat Sports Federation. So they had an option. They just had to agree. They went in. The last one was more just a scrap. There was no winning or losing, but I would pair them up. What we all did, we matched them up with someone within 5 kilos of their weight. Go in there, 2 1-minute rounds, and then that was that. And then I awarded the 2 performances of the night. It wasn't the best fight. It wasn't. I mean, everyone was absolutely talented in there, and some people really showed how great they are. Like, some boys stepped in there for the first time. They've never even been punched in the face, and they were in there throwing bombs. Like, I was sitting there like, Jesus, like, I need to step up almost. But, I saw that, and then there was not much of a competitive aspect. I just wanted to award the performances, people that brought the most hype, the most attention. I would have given it to everyone, but I'm pretty broke, and I don't really have the money for that. But this
that's something that we were talking about before. We can bring into the future. So
100%.
And I think there's so much room for growth with this, man. I think it's one of it's a very good idea, and like you were saying, it's for now it was just boxing, but you never know. Eventually, we could get to doing Muay Thai. You get to doing MMA. You get to doing jiu-jitsu. Like, there's an endless thing of opportunities.
100%.
Like, it's
the goal. That's the goal. The goal is to make it, a pretty big global, or not maybe not global, but Australian, nationwide fight promotion. There's the big ones out there. So there's, aim for the moon, I guess. But just gotta I just got to keep it up. And the next time it'll be a lot different to the last time. So it'll be a 16-man elimination. It's not extremely competitive because obviously it's not a, with the laws and stuff, we can't just make it a full death match. Obviously, they can't go in there trying to kill each other. But it will
Imagine
be.
some guy comes in with a machete, bro.
Yeah, 100%. So, you've got to be careful.
Yeah.
There's always
Knuckle
someone.
busters.
I know. There's always someone like that. So it's gonna be a 16-man elimination, and there will be obviously a large donation to the performance of the night. But yeah, there will be 16 quality fighters, and yeah, it's just gonna be similar to last time, but it's only MMA gloves this time.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Things will change along the future, but yeah, this should be all right.
That's the thing, man. Aim for the stars. Like, there's so much endless opportunity out there, and especially because I don't think there's anything really in Australia like that I've heard of, except for the 1 minute scraps. But man, there's so much. Like, there's so much you could do with it. It's awesome, and
100%.
we can't wait to see the growth of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming on to that, man. Other than obviously the next event that's coming up, but do you have any other future plans or anything you could say? Or
well, I think at the moment we are working on a brand, a bit of because we don't want to rely too much on just the event itself.
Yeah.
Because if this is going to be a nationwide phenomenon, I guess you could call it.
Yeah,
I don't know what you call it, but yeah, I don't even know what that word means. But I'm just saying, like, there will be more to it than just events because we want to build more of a community. We want to, get all the boys together. We want, anyone that's got a bit of fight in them to, really be able to represent. And, we just want to build this up. And, there's going to be a brand. We've got mouth guards being designed and manufactured across the world.
Yep.
So that'll be pretty good if they come out, hopefully before the event. But as I said, we got to, there's a lot of things to wait on and big list of to-dos, but there'll be brand. We got the shirts already, but that's not really, I wouldn't really call that a brand.
Yeah.
But we got lots of things coming out. Gloves being customized as well.
yeah,
so
man, that's awesome.
yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, but yeah.
Yeah, I think like I said, man, it's going to be awesome. And like you said, there's going to be some big names that are coming down, and it's going to build up a lot of hype. Like there's not already, there's already been for people that are, because I came across you and I came across your TikTok page, and that blew up for me. Like it was the first thing that popped up when I unlocked my phone. It was like, it was like. It popped up and it was like, man, it exploded, you know, and that's what people want to see as well, is because I think, a lot of the times people, combat sports are really coming alive at the moment. So I feel like when I was growing up, it was like, especially MMA was coming up, but it's nowhere near as what it is now.
Yeah,
like,
it's only
I feel
gonna
like now it has exploded. But even the thing is with these, with the 1 minute scraps is that, it's enough that you can watch on your Instagram reels. So people have very short attention spans these days. And I feel like, when it pops up, they're like, oh, let's just see what's going to happen. And then, in that case, watching those, like there was, I can't remember the names of the fighters, but there was I think it was like a Tongan dude and like a white Aussie dude. And that scrap, man, was nuts. Like those guys just fucking went 100%.
Hard. All them boys went hard, and I think it's definitely right about the attention span, because I mean, on my TikTok as well, I got the first video. I don't know which one you're talking about specifically, because I've been spamming the TikTok and all the socials, because I've got to get the name out there and all that.
Yeah,
but
100%.
The first video I posted with Nick, your mate Nick, and all of that. It got 1.1 million views, I think, 1.2 million views.
There you go.
But I deleted it because I was self-conscious.
Oh,
I hated
man.
watching myself, and I was like, damn, like, But it really showed me from there. It's like, yeah, people are probably more likely to watch a quick video than a long fight night, like the UFC. I don't know. A lot of people do watch it. Don't get me wrong. The UFC is way higher. But obviously, I feel like a lot of people I know at the moment in this community we got so far, they're happy to see like a 2 minutes of just all out action, and that's what they can focus on. No one really. I mean, me personally, I prefer to watch a quick 2 minute punch on than hours worth of fights,
prelims, and then
all of that. It's it's a bit. I mean, obviously, I'd watch that too if I was at the UFC, but yeah, you know how it is. But.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I agree, and I think even people, avid UFC fans, they love it when it's stand up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's
100%.
like when it's up on when it's stand up, as soon as it gets on the ground, and then the jiu-jitsu and all that comes into play, I think that's when people start to lose their attention.
Which I think it's a bit, it's hard with the jiu-jitsu because it's such a technical, like really. I don't even know how, like, I've not done it personally, but I know people that do it, and I look at it and I'm like, far out. I couldn't lock in for one lesson in jiu-jitsu. Like, it's so complicated, but no one understands it. They want to just see, like, people stand up and just throwing haymakers
Yeah.
with you lot, but they don't understand, like, when it gets on the ground, you may think they're just rolling around, cuddling each other naked almost, but realistically, they're doing some stuff I don't even know, like guillotine chokes. I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty shocking when you actually look at it. Like, it's a hard sport, and I'm aware that you've dabbled into it a little bit.
I've been doing it for, I want to say, the past maybe 6 to 7 months,
Yeah.
maybe 8. But man, it is so technical, and
Yeah.
I dabbled in a bit of boxing, a bit of Muay Thai before.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu is so technical. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's why it takes so long to progress. Is that you got to be constantly doing it, and and that might even be something where the direction maybe jaw spinners will go in the future. Maybe it could be like a whole MMA thing,
100%.
and then you can maybe do like his videos breaking down of how people get into different situations, scenarios, and how to get out of them, what the chokes mean, how to get out of the chokes. Like there's so much opportunity there, and I think it's going to be awesome, man. And we wish you obviously the best of luck, and we can't wait to. We obviously want to be a partner and help you out with it and try to promote it as much as we can. So
much respect to that. Thank you. But
we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Fucking hell. That was